Ferrari unveiled their awesome 2024 model, and it's a real looker. The traditional red-white combination has returned, therefore it serves a purpose. But what's interesting is what's under the hood. They did a few big changes to make it faster than it was. Now, the question is, will Ferrari give Red Bull real competition in 2024? Watch us discover how the car's speed and design have changed. The SF24 from Ferrari is not only a good-looking car with a touch of legacy red-white-yellow look, but also a lot of modifications to make it faster. The SF23 of 2023 possessed problems due to its structure, but the new chassis and floor of the SF24 have solved the issue. The team fixed the problems by repositioning the radiators and the side pods where the electronic control units were. The distance between the floor and the side pods is widened in order to channel the airflow to the back. And the second major change is the gearbox, which is now 40mm narrower, and the pull rod rear axle is redesigned. Another difference is that the middle part of the floor is narrower, leading to the center of the diffuser. The more air is supplied into the LIR and S, the better the operation of the rear wing and venturi channels. These are critical as the SF23 was not capable of making use of some of the latest technologies that affected downforce and hence allowed Red Bull to dominate. Ferrari is also getting a new nose based on something Haas did, which is evolutionary. Although the front wing of the SF24 is very likely to undergo no major changes, the partnership between Ferrari and Haas is definitely of great help. Haas has been providing data during testing in Austin 2023, in addition to helping clients to assess certain elements. This cooperation helps Ferrari to see whether there is need for aerodynamic upgrades for the car. It is clear that other teams who are challenging Red Bull are also utilizing a similar developmental path to overtake the Austrian team by 2026. This approach is not the exclusive one of the Ferrari, since the modifications that were made to the front wing section in the Aston Martin AMR 24 show. This is the part that they looked at in Red Bull and have been trying out on Haas and Austin and Las Vegas. The data collected has been used to make greater evolution of the SF24 for the upcoming season. If we are to improve the front wing of the car, then we'll be expecting a much greater aerodynamic balance, which was again one of the most difficult parts that Ferrari was facing in the previous seasons and was limited by the updates working due to the architecture of the car itself. The ride heights were a significant issue that Ferrari had to cope with all season long. In fact, the reason behind this is that the vehicle's low speed and stability prevented the team from using lower ride heights, which would have allowed the team to take advantage of more downforce. Ferrari learned this the most, which is why they invented the solution that is related to the suspension geometry. The upside of the front suspension has a significant angle of the arms, providing an enhanced anti-dive or anti-sinking effect on the front end. This is provided by the implementation of the front pull rod and rear push rod setup and arranging the relative positions of all components around the suspension. The wind blowing in the channel created by the side pods in the floor will have more downwash due to the steep angle of the arms, thus contributing to a higher aerodynamic value. Actually, Ferrari is not the only one who has all these qualities, as Red Bull's Challenger in 2023 already has all of these characteristics. What they can do is to imitate the model their product and personality after what Red Bull has created as the industry's gold standard. The SF24 will be more powerful than the 2023 Challenger by 710 output, says the current sources. If it does turn out to be the case, the Maranello team will get a lot more victories and place more often on podiums. Definitely, Ferrari should target the major problem of the car, which is the porpoising of the vehicle caused by the low ride heights. The Maranello team devised a plan to dig a big hole below the inlets by damaging the suspension and dropping it into the bottom. The diverter on the side of the inlet will also have a larger geometry to protect the wheels from the wake produced by the front wheel, similar to the Red Bull team. We should also look at the cooling aspect. If you are to compare the SF24 with the SAC cars, you will see that the latter ones use what is called ears in order to amplify the entrance. Through this cunning trick, they passed the crash test using the well-known structure. Nevertheless, Ferrari seems to be going in that direction for cooling their engine, but it is highly unlikely that the SF24 would do so. This is mainly because the engine of the spacecraft needs to be cooled differently. The 2024 car is different from the 2023 model, mainly due to the addition of the Santa tray after the halo above the slant slide pods, even though it is not of the same nature as the 1NH and the SAP cars. At the end of the SF24, there is going to be a significant difference with most of the exhaust system being exposed. The bypass duct, which is a device that deals with airflow management, will stay as part of the system but will undergo some updates to improve its functioning. Moving beyond the external modifications, Ferrari is also giving attention to the power unit of the SF24. In the latter part of the 2023 season, even while the performance development stage was still in progress, certain improvements were introduced. Looking ahead to the 2024 season, Ferrari's focus is on refining the engine's behavior during acceleration to ensure a smoother and less abrupt distribution of electric power. This adjustment aims to contribute to better tire preservation, addressing a key aspect that became apparent in the previous season. For Ferrari, this is their main objective for the upcoming season because it's clear that they have what it takes to do well in a single lap. The Maranello crew was unable to fully execute the tasks of maintaining the tires and maintaining the overall race pace, though. Because of this, Leclerc's pole positions were not translated into race victories because the RB19 passed through the opening few circuits with A's. Sainz and Leclerc will have an easier time completing this task in 2024. Speaking on the SF24 project as a whole, Mattia Binotto expressed his excitement to reveal Ferrari's objectives for the 2024 season, saying, "I'm not sure whether revolution is the correct term because we've had the same regulations for the last 3 years, so you can't really change the situation. Once more, it just takes a few tenths of a second. We're aiming for a performance of 0.1 or 0.2% really. Definitely not 5, we need to go forward. I do not think less of the step, we're replacing 95% of the car's parts. You might say that this is a revolution." Keeping the peace between Leclerc and Sainz will likely be Ferrari's biggest problem for the 2024 season, given the immense hurdles that both drivers will face. Since this is their final season together, the team commands are unlikely to be followed by any of them because they will all have something to show. Leclerc must demonstrate that he is unafraid of Hamilton's challenge, demonstrating that he is still the dominant man who must be overcome, while Sainz must demonstrate to the other players on the grid what sort of material he is made of. Do you believe that in 2024, Ferrari will be a fierce competitor? Tell us in the comments section below. Additionally, please subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this one.